Hey, this is Coach Latham, your SOL review coach, and today we're going to talk about triangle basics under 15 minutes. All right, triangles are three-sided polygons. They all have three sides, and they are polygons, which means they're a closed figure. They have an inside and an outside, and they have straight sides on each side. Three-sided polygon, triangle. The interior angles of a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. So in this problem right here, we're told that measure of angle A is 30 degrees, so we put a 30 right here. They were told that the measure of angle B is 100 degrees, so we put 100 right here. And we need to figure out what the measure of angle C is. Remember, there's 180 degrees inside any triangle, so you can just write this into your calculator. You say 180 minus 30 minus 100 and see what you get, and that's going to be 50. So the missing angle is 50 degrees, and you can check it in your brain and just go 30 and 50s. 30 and 50 is 80, and 100 make 180, so that's your missing angle. That's how you find the missing angle inside of a triangle. The other thing that you need to know about basic triangles is that there's a relationship between the angles and the lengths of the sides. And the relationship is this, that if you're across from the biggest angle, like 105 degrees goes across to AC, if 105 degrees is the biggest angle, then AC is going to be the longest side. Now we kind of jumped ahead on this. We know that this angle is 105. We know that this angle is 35. So we need to find out what the missing angle is. It's going to be 180 minus 35 minus 105. And when you plug that into your calculator, you're going to find out that the missing angle is 40. So this angle right here is 40 degrees. So we're going to go ahead and color code this thing. So the 40 degree angle right here matches up with this side. And then the 35 degree angle matches up with this side. The question says, order the sides of the triangle from the shortest to the longest. So the shortest side is going to be across from the smallest angle, the 35. So the shortest side is going to be BC. The next shortest side is going to be across from the 40 degree angle, so that's going to be AB. And then the biggest side is going to be across from the biggest angle, across from the 105 is going to be AC. And that's how you order the sides of a triangle when you know the angles. You can do it backwards also. Sometimes you'll get the sides of the triangle and you'll have to tell which ones are the biggest angles, which ones are the smallest angles, and so on. The longest side of this triangle is the side that has a length of 16, which means that this is your biggest angle. I'm going to go ahead and put 3 dashes there so we'll know that's my biggest angle. The next biggest side of the triangle is 12. So that means that the angle across from that, this one right here, is my middle angle. And then the smallest angle, or the smallest side of the triangle, is this 9 right here, which is going to make that angle across from it the smallest angle. So now we read the question after we've gotten everything worked out. It says, order the angles in the triangles from largest to smallest. Well, the largest angle was the one across from the 16, so it's going to be angle B is the largest. The one in the middle is going to be the one across from the 12, so it's going to be angle A. And then the smallest angle is going to be the one across from the 9, which is going to be angle C. All right, the other thing that you need to know about basic triangles is that there's a range on the third side if you know 2 of the sides. And we'll take a look at this example right here. It says 2 sides of a triangle are 5 and 9. Use an inequality to represent the possible lengths of the third side. So guys, what's 9 minus 5? 4, good. And what's 9 plus 5? 14. So that side of the triangle, the missing side, is going to be anything in between 4 and 14. So you put an X in there, and you put a couple of less thans in, and this means that the third side of the triangle can be any number that's between 4 and 14. You just subtract the two sides you know. That tells you what the smallest end of the range is. You add the two sides that you know. That tells you what the biggest end of the range is. All right, let's take a look at a problem. This is one of the problems that was on the SOL test a couple years ago. It says two sides of a triangle are 6 and 6. Which of the following could be the length of the third side? So we're going to use the same method again. Everybody ready? What's 6 minus 6? 0. What's 6 plus 6? 12. Good. So that means that the third side has got to be in between 0 and 12. It can't be 0. It can't be 12. But it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So then you go down. 0. No. 3. Yes, it's in between. 9 is in between. 12 is a no because it can't be 12. It's got to be in between 0 and 12. And 18, of course, isn't right. And it says write the inequality. We did that first. That's how we got the answer. Anybody have any questions on that? All right, classifications of triangles. These are some words that you need to know. A scalene triangle is when none of the sides of the triangle have the same length, like it could be 8, 9, and 3, something like that. So that would be a scalene triangle. An isosceles triangle, which sounds like a summer treat, icicle, isosceles. I don't know. It's one where two sides have the same length. They usually look something like that. That's not a good one. They look like this. So like this would be 6, and this would be 6, and that would be 5. And that would be an isosceles triangle. An equilateral triangle is where all three sides are the same. So all three sides would be the same measure, maybe 6. And then a right triangle is any triangle that has a 90-degree angle within it, and we have a little box there to show that it's a right triangle. Right triangles will be the center of the next lesson because right triangles are very important and get their own little 15 minutes. So this has been everything you need to know about basic triangles in 15 minutes or less.